In this class, we are going to talk about roots of a quadratic equation. As we've learned in our previous class that root of an equation refers to the value obtained by solving that equation. Are you getting it? So let's say we have a quadratic equation ax² plus bx plus c equals to 0. We can obtain the value of x as x equals to negative b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. This is the value of x from the general formula of quadratic equation. Are you getting it? Okay, now we can split this formula. Are you getting it? Because now we're having positive here, we're having negative here. We can split it as x equals to minus b plus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Let us call this one x1. Are you following? Now x2 will be equals to negative b minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. These are the roots of the equation ax² plus bx plus c. Are you following? Okay, let's say alpha, let's say alpha equals to minus b plus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. And then beta equals to the other root, which is minus b minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Now we want to look at the concept, a concept called sum of roots and the product of roots. You know that in every quadratic equation, we always obtain two roots. Are you following? Okay, so we want to look at if we have two roots, alpha and beta, as the root of an equation, as the root of a quadratic equation. If we take the product of this root, what are we going to have? If we take the sum of this root, what are we going to have? That is what we want to examine now. Are you following? Okay, so sum of the roots, since alpha and beta are the root of the quadratic equation ax² plus bx plus c. Are you getting it? Now, the sum will be alpha plus beta, and the product will be alpha multiplied by beta. Hello? The reason why I'm emphasizing on this is simply because there is an important thing we are going to arrive at, and that is very important as touching what we want to discuss in this class, root of quadratic equation. Okay, so let us take the sum of this and this. Alpha plus beta will be equals to negative b plus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a plus, now beta is negative b minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Are you following? Okay, now the LCM here, the LCM will be 2a. So I'm going to have at the numerator negative b plus square root of b squared minus 4ac plus, plus minus b minus square root of b squared minus 4ac. Now, do you know that this plus and plus times negative will give me what? Negative. So I'm going to have minus here. Do you understand? You know, this positive will multiply the negative that I have at the front of b. So I'm going to have negative, okay? So please pay attention. Here, we can simplify this further. This will be over 2a. Do you know, this positive square root of b squared minus 4ac we eliminate this negative square root of b squared minus 4ac. So this can cancel this. So I'm left with what? Minus b minus b. Minus b minus b is what? Minus 2b. So I'm going to have minus 2b. Okay. Now listen. I can, this negative 2 and this positive 2. When you divide a negative number by a positive number, you're going to have a negative number, right? So that means negative 2b all over 2a. This will result into negative b over a. So that means that the sum of the roots is what? Minus b over a. Hello, please. When you understand what I'm doing here, the rest is simple. Are you getting it? Understand this. This has covered half of the topic. Are you getting it? I want to teach you how they arrive at this. I don't just want to bring it out. So now I'm telling you, when you sum the roots, we're going to have negative b over a. As we've already shown from our calculation, as you can see, we assume that the root of this quadratic equation is alpha and beta. Then we are looking at the sum of the roots. When we sum this and this together, we arrive at negative b over a. Now, let us look at the product of roots. Don't forget the sum. Sum is equals to minus b over a. Now, let us take the products. For the product, alpha multiplied by beta, I'm going to have minus b plus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a multiplied by minus b minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Are you following? It's simple, okay? Now, let us take the product of this and this. 2a times 2a, that is what? 4a squared. So I'm going to have 4a squared here. Now, I'm going to have, okay, let's take it step by step. Minus b plus square root of b squared minus 4ac multiplied by minus b minus square root of b squared minus 4ac. Okay? Now, recall that if you have something like this, a plus b multiplied by a plus b, you're going to have what? A times a, right? A squared. A times b, that is what? Plus ab. Plus b times a, that is what? Plus ab. Plus b times plus b, that is what? Plus b squared. So I'm going to have a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. Okay, we're going to use the same method here. Minus b will multiply all the parameters that is inside the second bracket. Okay, so let's start. For this, I'm going to have negative b times negative b. That is what? B squared. Because minus multiplied by minus will give us what? A positive value. So I'm going to have b squared here minus b multiplied by minus square root of b squared minus 4ac. That will be what? Plus b square root of b squared minus 4ac. Are you following? Minus b times minus b, it gives me b squared. Minus b times minus square root of b squared minus 4ac. Minus times minus will give me plus. So b times square root of b squared minus 4ac will give me square root of b squared minus 4ac. Are you following? Okay, for the second value at the first bracket, plus square root of b squared minus 4ac times minus b. What will that give us? It will give us minus b square root minus b square root of b squared minus 4ac. Okay, now I'm going to take the product of plus square root of b squared minus 4ac multiplied by minus square root of b squared minus 4ac. What's the answer? That will be minus into bracket b squared minus 4ac. Pay attention. If you have, listen to me, if you have square root of 5 times square root of 5, square root of 5 times square root of 5 is what? Square root of 25. Square root of 25 equals to what? Equals to 5. You can see that we still have the same thing. So that means if you take the product of square root of b squared minus 4ac times square root of b squared minus 4ac, you are going to have what? Because this positive sign and this negative sign, you're going to have what? Minus. Now, the result will be the one inside the radicals. Are you getting it? Just like when we have square root of 5 times square root of 5, you have what? 5. Okay, so this will be all over 4a squared. Okay, now, you know, this can eliminate this. Hello? Because I have positive value here and negative value here. So I'm left with b squared. Now, use this negative one to open the bracket. I'm going to have b squared minus b squared plus 4ac. This will be over 4a squared, right? So this b squared minus b squared is gone. Here I'm going to have 4ac all over 4a squared, which will be what? C all over a, because this 4 will eliminate this 4. And this a, we have 2a squared here. A squared simply means a times a. I'm only having a at the numerator. So 1a will cancel 1a. So I'm left with what? C over a. That means the sum of root is negative b over a. And the product is what? C all over a. Do you understand it now? Okay. Please take note of this. The sum of roots is negative b all over a. And the product of the roots is what? C all over here. Do not forget. Okay, now let us look at the application of what we've learned so far as touching what we are discussing, root of quadratic equation. If alpha and beta are the root of quadratic equation 3x² plus 7x minus 1 equals to 0, without solving the equation, find the value of alpha plus beta. 2. Alpha beta. 3. Alpha square plus beta squared. 4. Alpha cube plus beta cube. 5. Alpha minus beta. Okay, please pay attention. We are given that if alpha and beta are the root of quadratic equation 3x² plus 7x minus 1 equals to 0. Without solving the equation, we want to find the value of number 1, alpha plus beta, the second, alpha beta, the third, we ask to evaluate alpha squared plus beta squared. Then number 4, we are asked to find alpha cube plus beta cube. Then number 5, which is the last, alpha minus beta. Okay, please pay attention. You can see that the importance of the formula that we have from solving the product and the sum of the root of the quadratic equation that we did earlier, you will see the importance now. Okay, we obtain the sum of root as what? Negative b over a for a symmetric root. Are you following? Now we obtain the product of the root as what? C over a. Now let's go back to this. You can see that we have ax² plus bx plus c. So that means if you compare the equation that we are given to this equation that we have on the board, you can see that a is equals to what? 3, right? Because a is the coefficient of x squared in this place. The coefficient of x squared here is what? 3. Now b is equals to 7 because here b is the coefficient of x, and the coefficient of x in this place as well is what? 7. And c is equals to what? Negative 1. Is that not it? Yes. Okay. Don't forget, alpha plus beta is equals to minus b over a. So I'm going to have minus b over a. Now, b is 7, so I'm going to have minus 7 all over a is what? 3. So I'm going to have minus 7 over 3, which is the answer for the first question, alpha plus beta. Do you understand? And if you don't want to do it like that, you can just divide all through by 3. Do you understand? So you are still going to have the same result. So having obtained the value of alpha plus beta, let us proceed to obtain the value of alpha beta. That's the second question here, alpha beta. Alpha beta is what? C over here, as you can see here. Alpha beta is C over here. So now we know that C is what? Negative 1. So I'm going to have negative 1 all over A. A is 3, so I'm going to have 3. Do you understand? You see, the moment you are able to master this concept, the sum and the product, you'll be able to simplify any question as touching what we are discussing here. Do you understand? Okay, so we've obtained the first and the second. Okay, let us proceed to the third. We are asked to find alpha squared plus beta squared. How can we find the value of alpha squared plus beta squared? Well, I'm going to put the solution here. That is the third. Alpha squared plus beta squared. Now, to obtain the value of alpha squared plus beta squared, we are going to obtain it from this. Do you know? Alpha plus beta squared is equals to alpha plus beta multiplied by alpha plus beta. Please just pay attention, okay? Our goal is to find the value of alpha squared plus beta squared. Do you know? Now, to obtain the value of alpha squared plus beta squared, it is from this that we're going to obtain the value. So I want to pay attention. Take the product of this and this. I'm going to have alpha squared plus alpha beta plus alpha beta plus beta squared, right? Alpha squared plus 2 alpha beta plus beta squared. Is that not it? Now, that means, hello, listen to me carefully. I can rewrite this as alpha squared plus beta squared plus 2 alpha beta. Pay attention. When you get to this point, you will discover that we have alpha squared plus beta squared plus 2 alpha beta. If I subtract 2 alpha beta from this equation, I'm going to have alpha squared plus beta squared alone. Is that not it? So that means I can rewrite alpha squared plus beta squared as alpha plus beta squared minus 2 alpha beta. Hello? Do you know alpha plus beta squared is what? Alpha squared plus beta squared plus 2 alpha beta. Now, our goal is to find alpha squared plus beta squared. So that is why I have to subtract 2 alpha beta from the expansion of alpha plus beta squared. Do you know why? Because when I expand this, I have additional term, which is what? Plus 2 alpha beta. So to make this equals to alpha squared plus beta squared, I have to subtract 2 alpha beta. Do you understand? So that is what I did. Now, we can now proceed. I'm going to have alpha squared plus beta squared is equals to alpha plus beta. Don't forget, is what? Negative 7 over 3. So I'm going to have negative 7 all over 3 b squared minus 2 now. Alpha beta is what? Negative 1 over 3. So I'm going to have minus 2 multiplied by negative 1 over 3. Do you understand? You see, it's simple. Honestly, it's simple. When you understand expansion and manipulation, you'll be able to derive any terms that you're asked to find as touching roots of quadratic equation. Do you understand? So it's simple. If you don't understand, kindly reverse the video and listen to the explanation again, okay? So now, proceeding, we're going to have alpha squared plus beta squared is equals to negative 7 over 3 squared. That is 49 over 9 minus, okay, negative 2 times negative 1, that is what? Plus. I'm going to have plus 2 all over 3. Okay, taking the LCM, we're going to have 9 as the LCM. So 49 plus 9 divided by 3 is 3. 3 times 2 is 6. So I'm going to have 49 plus 6. 49 plus 6 is 55. So I'm going to have 55 over 9. 55 divided by 9 is 6 whole number 1 over 9, which is the final answer. Do you understand? Hello, it's simple. All you have to do is just open your heart and learn. Our goal is to find alpha squared plus beta squared. Now, I told you that the value of alpha squared plus beta squared can be obtained from the expansion of alpha plus beta squared. So, as we've learned in your binomial theorem, if you expand alpha plus beta squared, you're going to have alpha squared plus beta squared plus 2 alpha beta. Now, but our goal is just to find alpha squared plus beta squared. Hello, the expansion of alpha plus beta squared will give us this. Alpha plus beta squared. Alpha plus beta squared. Now, the expansion of this gives us this. But what we are interested in, hello, listen. What we are interested in is this alone. So, to get this alone, I have to subtract what? 2 alpha beta. And that is why I bring this, alpha plus beta squared. I bring it here. Then, if I expand this, I'm going to have all this. Hello? If I expand alpha plus beta squared alone, I'm going to have all this. But our goal is just to find alpha squared plus beta squared. And since I know that the expansion of alpha plus beta will give me alpha squared plus beta squared plus 2 alpha beta, then I have to subtract 2 alpha beta so that at the end of the day, what I'm going to have is alpha squared plus beta squared. So that is the summary. Then I know that alpha plus beta is minus b over a, which is negative 7 over 3. And alpha beta is negative 1 over 3. So I just substitute what I have. Do you understand? Okay, let us proceed to get the value of alpha cube plus beta cube. We have the fourth one, alpha cube plus beta cube. Okay, the value of alpha cube plus beta cube can be obtained from alpha plus beta cube. Do you understand? Just like the value of alpha squared plus beta squared is obtained from alpha plus beta squared. So also the value of alpha cube plus beta cube can be obtained from alpha plus beta cube. Now listen, from Pascal triangle, you know, I'm very sure you've learned binomial theorem, expansion. So I'm going to use Pascal triangle to expand this. I'm going to have alpha cube plus, now because the exponent here is 3, so I'm going to have 3 alpha squared beta plus 3 alpha beta squared plus beta cube. Yes, this is the expansion. Now, I can rearrange the equation as alpha cube plus beta cube plus 3 alpha squared beta plus, hello, listen to me, plus 3 alpha beta squared. Are you following? Don't forget alpha plus beta cube. Okay. Now, hello, please pay attention. Make alpha cube plus beta cube, make it the subject of the formula. That means I'm going to take these two terms, these terms and this term. I'm going to take it to the left hand side, right? So I'm going to have alpha cube plus beta cube is equals to alpha plus beta cube minus 3 alpha squared beta minus 3 alpha beta squared. Are you following? Okay, pay attention. Alpha cube plus beta cube will be equals to alpha plus beta cube. Now listen to me carefully. Do you know what I'm trying to do? I'm trying to simplify the equation such that I'm going to have alpha plus beta and alpha plus beta and alpha beta, because if I try to substitute the value of alpha plus beta here, what of this? Alpha squared plus beta. So I'm trying to express this as sum and the product. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to express this equation as sum of root and product of the root. So what am I going to do? When you get to this point, don't forget that this is squared. We can factorize negative 3 alpha beta, right? So I'm going to have minus 3 alpha beta multiplied by, okay, I want to factorize from this and this. I factorize negative 3 alpha beta. So I'm going to have alpha plus beta. Do you understand? That is why you have to understand factorization, and also you have to understand expansion, because sometimes you can be given to find maybe alpha, the exponent can be 4 sometimes, or even 5. So you have to understand how to factorize. And also, so for this now, you can see that all we have at the right hand side is alpha plus beta squared minus 3 alpha beta multiplied by alpha plus beta. So you can see that it is easy to substitute the value of alpha plus beta as negative 7 all over 3, and also alpha beta as negative 1 all over 3. So I'm going to do that. So alpha cube plus beta cube will be equals to alpha plus beta cube. Alpha plus beta is what? Negative 7 over 3. So I'm going to have negative 7 all over 3. Now, the power will be what? Raised to the power of 3. As touching what I have here. Minus 3 alpha beta. Alpha beta is what? Minus 1 over 3. So I'm going to have minus 3 multiplied by minus 1 over 3. Multiplied by alpha plus beta. Multiplied by alpha plus beta, which is what? Negative 7 over 3. I'm going to have minus 7 all over 3. Alpha cube plus beta cube will be equals to negative 343 all over 27, because if you take the cube, negative 7 over 3 multiplied by negative 7 over 3 multiplied by negative 7 over 3, we're going to have this. Now minus this 3 here, I'm going to have minus 1. Minus 1 times minus 1, that is what? Plus 1. Plus 1 multiplied by minus 7 all over 3. I take it step by step because I want you to understand. Okay, so here I'm going to have alpha cube plus beta cube will be equals to negative 343 all over 27. Now, we're going to have minus 7 all over 3, okay? So alpha cube plus beta cube will be equals to, what is the LCM? The LCM of 27 and 3 is 27. I'm going to have negative 343 minus 63, okay? So I'm going to have alpha cube plus beta cube will be equals to negative 406 all over 27. And if you want it in decimal, you can have 406. That is 15.04. So I'm going to have alpha cube plus beta cube equals to 15.04. Oh, negative, sorry, negative 15.04. So let us put it here. We have negative 406 all over 27. Okay. Now let us proceed to the fifth question. For the fifth question, we are asked to find alpha minus beta. To get the value of alpha minus beta, we can obtain it from alpha minus beta squared. Do you understand? Okay. Now let us expand this. I'm going to have alpha minus beta multiplied by alpha minus beta. Is that not it? Okay. Here I'm going to have alpha squared minus alpha beta plus beta squared. Okay. Here I'm going to have alpha squared plus beta squared minus 2 alpha beta. Now don't forget the goals. Listen to me carefully. Our goals is to find the value of what? Alpha minus beta. Now don't forget that alpha squared plus beta squared is from this. Hello, do you remember when I solved this question? I got the value of alpha squared plus beta squared as alpha plus beta squared minus 2 alpha beta, if you remember. So I'm going to replace the value of alpha squared plus beta squared as alpha plus beta squared minus 2 alpha beta. Do you understand? You see, this thing is simple. If you notice, when I want to get the value of alpha squared plus beta squared, I solve some question here. I obtain the value of alpha squared plus beta squared as alpha plus beta squared minus 2 alpha beta. So I'm going to replace alpha squared plus beta squared as alpha plus beta squared minus 2 alpha beta. So it becomes, in fact, let me put it, alpha minus beta squared equals to, now instead of this, I'm going to replace that as this. So I'm going to have alpha plus beta squared minus 2 alpha beta. Now this one minus 2 alpha beta. This minus 2 alpha beta is for this. Now the one that comes from this itself is what? Is this. So now the equation becomes, this is not part of, hello, I just bring it out to help you to understand that I want to substitute the value of alpha squared plus beta squared as this. So let us proceed. I'm going to have alpha minus beta squared is equals to alpha plus beta squared minus 4 alpha beta. Okay. Now, to get the value of alpha minus beta, what am I going to do? I'm going to take the square root of both sides. So I'm going to have square root of this and square root of this. So I'm going to have alpha minus beta is equals to the square root of alpha plus beta squared minus 4 alpha beta. You can see now. So we can now proceed. Alpha minus beta is equals to the square root of alpha plus beta is what? Negative 7 over 3. So I'm going to have negative 7 all over 3 b squared minus 4 multiplied by alpha beta. Alpha beta is negative 1 over 3. So I'm going to have negative 1 over 3. So here I'm going to have alpha minus beta is equals to the square root of, now negative 7 over 3 squared, that is 49 all over 9 minus, okay, now negative 4 times negative 1, that is what? Plus 4 all over 3. So alpha minus beta will be equals to the square root of, the LCM is 9, 49 plus 12. Do you understand? So here I'm going to have alpha minus beta is equals to the square root of 49 plus 12, that is 61. 61. I'm going to have 61 over 9. Now, if you want to take the quotient before taking the square root, let's proceed. 61 divided by 9, that is 6.77. Alpha minus beta is equals to 6.78. The square root. If you want it in decimal, you can put it like this, okay? Now take the square root of 6.78. The square root is 2.60. So I'm going to have 2.60. This is the approximate value. Do you understand? So I can put it like this. Alpha minus beta is equals to the square root of 61 all over 9. Do you understand? So that is the solution to the question. Now, I want to give you additional question. Find the value of alpha raised to the power of 4 plus beta raised to the power of 4. If you're asked to find the value of this, how will you go about it? Let's say you encounter such an exam. What are you going to do? Well, to do this, it's simple. I'm going to give you the simplified version. Please pay attention. I had this to the question, but I'm going to give you the hints. If you want to find alpha raised to the power of 4 plus beta raised to the power of 4, we can obtain it, listen. We can obtain it from alpha plus beta raised to the power of 4. Okay. Now, if you use Pascal triangle to expand what we have here, you're going to have alpha raised to the power of 4. Is that not it? Plus 4 alpha raised to the power of 3 beta plus 6 alpha raised to the power of 2 beta raised to the power of 2 plus 4 alpha beta raised to the power of 3 plus alpha raised to the power of 4. Using Pascal triangle, you're going to have this. Okay. Now, our goal is to find, listen, our goal is to find alpha raised to the power of 4 plus beta raised to the power of 4. So, I'm going to rewrite the equation. So, it becomes alpha plus beta raised to the power of 4 equals to alpha raised to the power of 4 plus beta, oh, sorry, this should be beta, sorry, beta raised to the power of 4. Now, plus 4 alpha cube beta plus 4 alpha beta cube plus 6 alpha squared beta squared. Okay. Now, do you know what I'm trying to do? I'm trying to express the right hand side of the equation in terms of alpha plus beta and alpha beta. I want to simplify it. Do you understand? Okay. So, listen to me carefully. Let us make alpha raised to the power of 4 plus beta raised to the power of 4. Let us make it the subject of the formula. So I'm going to have alpha raised to the power of 4 plus beta raised to the power of 4 equals to alpha plus beta raised to the power of 4 minus 4 alpha cube beta, yes, plus minus 4 alpha beta cube plus 6 alpha squared beta squared. Okay. So let us make progress. I'm going to have alpha raised to the power of 4 plus beta raised to the power of 4 equals to alpha plus beta raised to the power of 4. Now listen, I can factorize minus 4 alpha beta, right? Hello? I can factorize minus 4 alpha beta from these two. So I'm going to have minus 4 alpha beta. This will be multiplying. I'm going to have alpha squared plus beta squared. Now, plus 6. Now, do you know that if I have ab squared can be written as what? A squared, b squared, right? Because ab squared simply means ab times ab. Is that not it? That means if I have alpha squared, alpha beta squared can be written as alpha squared, beta squared. So I'm going to replace alpha squared plus alpha squared beta squared as alpha beta squared. Do you understand? Okay. You can see that when it comes to root of quadratic equation, you have to be able to factorize, especially when you are dealing with it in theory section. If it is objective, this kind might not come out, except depending on the exam, are you getting it? So let us progress. Now, when you get to this point, you can see that we have alpha plus beta here. This is done. We have negative 4 alpha beta. This is done. But now we are still having alpha squared plus beta squared. So I have to do something to this to express this like alpha plus beta as sum of the root and product of root. Because I cannot evaluate this without expressing it as sum of the root and product of the root. So that means I'm going to have, since we know that alpha squared plus beta squared is equals to alpha plus beta squared minus 2 alpha beta. Do you remember? Okay, so I'm going to replace alpha squared plus beta squared as alpha plus beta squared minus 2 alpha beta. So the equation becomes alpha raised to the power of 4 plus beta raised to the power of 4 is equals to alpha plus beta raised to the power of 4 minus 4 alpha beta, open a big bracket. Now, instead of alpha squared plus beta squared, I'm going to replace that alpha plus beta squared, alpha plus beta squared minus 2 alpha beta. Let me erase this. Minus 2 alpha beta, put the bracket, plus 6 alpha beta squared. Do you understand it? So you can see that we've expressed alpha raised to the power of 4 plus beta raised to the power of 4 as this. So now all you have to do is that substitute sum of the roots, substitute product of the roots, substitute sum of the roots, substitute the product of the roots. Okay, as you can see here. So that is the solution to that question. I want to do this as an assignment. Alpha raised to the power of 5, or let me just change it. Alpha raised to the power of 4 minus beta raised to the power of 4. I want to attempt this. So that is the solution to the question that we have on the board. Okay, let us proceed to the next question. If alpha and beta are the roots of quadratic equation 4x squared minus 2x minus 7 equals to 0, find the value of alpha squared plus beta squared, alpha cubed plus beta cubed, alpha raised to the power of 4 plus beta raised to the power of 4. Okay, please pay attention. We are given that alpha and beta are the root of quadratic equation 4x raised to the power of 2 minus 2x minus 7 equals to 0. We are asked to find the value of alpha squared plus beta squared, and then alpha cube plus beta cube. And the third question under that question is alpha raised to the power of 4 plus beta raised to the power of 4. How can we approach this question? To solve this question, don't forget, if you have an equation ax squared plus bx plus c equals to 0, alpha plus beta equals to minus b over a, right? Alpha multiplied by beta equals to c all over a. So in solving this question, the first step is that we have to identify our a, b, and c. From this general form of quadratic equation, a is the coefficient of x squared. So the coefficient of x squared here is what? Is 4. So a equals to 4. Then b is the coefficient of x. The coefficient of x here is negative 2. We are going to take into consideration the negative sign. Are you getting it? So b equals to minus 2. Now c is the constant term. Are you getting it? The term that is not attached to any letter. So c equals to negative 7. Okay, having identified your a, b, and c, the next step is that we have to get the sum of roots and the product of roots. The sum of the root is alpha plus beta, while the product of the root is alpha beta, since we've established it in our previous class. So here, alpha plus beta is equals to minus b all over a. Now, don't forget that b equals to what? Minus 2. So I'm going to have minus 2 all over a. A is 4, so I'm going to have all over 4 here, which will in turn will be 2 all over 4. 2 over 4 is 1 over 2. So alpha plus beta with respect to the quadratic equation that we are given is what? 1 over 2. Okay, now what of alpha beta? Alpha beta will be equals to c over a, right? So c is negative 7, so I'm going to have negative 7 all over a. A is 4, so I'm going to have negative 7 all over 4. So we have the sum of the roots of this quadratic equation as 1 over 2, and the product of its roots as what? Negative 7 all over 4. Okay, now, having established this, we can proceed to calculate what we are asked to find. The first is alpha squared plus beta squared. Alpha squared plus beta squared can be gotten from alpha plus beta squared, just like what we did in the previous example. Okay, so in fact, there is no need to show this. If you want to learn how to prove this, just click on the link in the description of this video. You are going to see I've proved this: alpha squared plus beta squared, alpha cube plus beta cube, alpha raised to the power 4 plus beta raised to the power 4, alpha minus beta, and so on. Are you getting it? If you want to learn it, you can check the link in the description of this video. Okay, so this alpha squared plus beta squared can be written as alpha plus beta raised to the power of 2 minus 2 alpha beta. Okay, so our next step is that I have to substitute the value of alpha plus beta as what? 1 over 2, and alpha beta as what? Negative 7 over 4. So for this, I'm going to have 1 over 2 squared minus 2 multiplied by alpha beta, that is negative 7 over 4, minus 7 all over 4. Okay, 1 over 2 squared is 1 over 4 minus, minus 2 times minus 7, that is what? Positive 14. Positive 14 all over 4, right? Okay, the LCM is 4. I'm going to have 1 plus 14, which will be equals to 15 all over 4. 15 divided by 4 is what? That is stereo number 3 over 4. 4 times 3, 12. 12 plus 3, 15. That is 15 over 4. Okay, so that is the solution to the first question, alpha squared plus beta squared. Okay, but to the next question, we are asked to find alpha cube plus beta cube. Okay, alpha cube plus beta cube. How will you approach this question? Alpha cube plus beta cube can be expressed as alpha plus beta raised to the power of 3 minus 3 alpha beta multiplied by alpha plus beta. Are you getting it? You see, all these have proved it. Are you getting it? So if you missed our previous class on root of quadratic equation, you can always check the link in the description of this video or check the playlist. Do you understand? So now for this, we're going to have, now don't forget that alpha plus beta is 1 over 2. So I'm going to have 1 over 2 raised to the power of 3 minus 3 alpha beta. Alpha beta is what? Negative 7 all over 4. So I'm going to have negative 7 all over 4 multiplied by alpha plus beta. Don't forget that alpha plus beta is what? 1 over 2. So I'm going to substitute it as 1 over 2. Okay. So here I'm going to have 1 over 2 raised to the power of 3. That is 1 over 8. Yes. Minus 3 times minus 7. That is positive 21, right? Positive 21 times 1. That is positive 21 all over 4 times 2. That is 8, right? Okay. The LCM here is 8. So I'm going to have 1 plus 21. 1 plus 21 is 22. 22 over 8 equals to 11 all over 4. Do you understand? If you want to change to mixed fraction, we're going to have 2 whole number 3 over 4. Do you understand? Okay, so that is the solution to that question. Now, let us proceed to the third question. Under this question, we are asked to find the value of alpha raised to the power of 4 plus beta raised to the power of 4. Okay, I'm going to show you two methods to approach this. Do you understand? I'm going to show you two expressions for alpha raised to the power of 4 plus beta raised to the power of 4, because we cannot find the value of alpha raised to the power of 4 plus beta raised to the power of 4 without expressing it in terms of sum of roots and product of the roots, just like we did for the other questions. Do you understand? Okay, so let us proceed. Alpha raised to the power of 4 plus beta raised to the power of 4 can be expressed as alpha plus beta raised to the power of 4 minus 4 alpha beta multiplied by alpha plus beta raised to the power of 2 minus 2 alpha beta. Are you getting it? Minus 6 alpha beta squared. Okay, this is the first expression. We can also have it in another way. Are you getting it? Now, it can also be expressed as alpha raised to the power of 4 plus beta raised to the power of 4 can be expressed as alpha plus beta raised to the power of 2 minus 2 alpha beta, all this squared, minus 2 alpha beta squared. Okay, so you can use any of this method. You are still going to have the same answer. You can use this and you can also use this, depending on your choice. So here I'm going to make use of the second equation, which is alpha raised to the power of 4 plus beta raised to the power of 4 equals to, okay, now don't forget that alpha plus beta is what? 1 over 2. So I'm going to have 1 over 2 squared minus 2 alpha beta. Alpha beta is negative 7 over 4. Negative 7 all over 4. Then all this squared minus 2 negative 7 all over 4 squared. Okay, here I'm going to have 1 over 4, right, minus 14, okay, plus 14, because this negative sign will affect the negative sign here, so it changed to positive. So I'm going to have, then put all the squared, minus 2. Now listen, negative 7 over 4 squared, that is what? 49 over 16, right? Okay, so here I'm going to have, the LCM is 4, right? Yes. 1 plus 4, that is 15. So I'm going to have 15. All this raised to the power of 2. Now, negative 2, 16 divided by negative 2, that is what? 8. So I'm going to have 8 here. So negative 1 times 49. What will be the answer? That is minus 49. And this all over 8. Okay? Now, having gotten to this point, square of 15 over 4, that is 225 over 16 minus 49 all over 8. The LCM is 16, so I'm going to have this 16. 225 minus 16 over 8 is 2. 2 times 14, that is 98. Are you following? Okay, so 225 minus 90, that is 127. So I'm going to have 127 all over 16. Are you getting it? Which is the answer that we are asked to find. So that is the solution to that question. Listen to me carefully. If you don't want to make use of this equation for alpha raised to the power of 4 plus beta raised to the power of 4, you can make use of the first one. You are still going to arrive at the same answer. Do you understand? That is why I gave you both methods. This one is just longer version of this. Do you understand? Okay, so let us proceed to the next question. If alpha and beta are the roots of the equation 2x squared plus 7x minus 3 equals to 0, obtain the equation the root of which are 1 over alpha squared and 1 over beta squared. Okay, we are given that alpha and beta are the root of the quadratic equation 2x squared plus 7x minus 3 equals to 0. Now we are asked to find the equation whose roots are 1 over alpha squared and 1 over beta squared. Okay, now how can we solve the question? Please pay attention. To solve this question, do you know we are given that for this equation the roots are alpha and beta. Now we are asked to find the equation whose roots are 1 over alpha squared and 1 over beta squared. The first step is that let us first find the sum of roots and the product of roots. Okay, sum of roots, alpha plus beta equals to what? Minus b over a, right? Now alpha plus beta will be equals to, don't forget that b is what? 7. So I'm going to have minus 7 all over a. A is what? 2. So I'm going to have minus 7 over 2, which is the sum of the roots. Now, alpha beta, which is the product, is what? C over A. Don't forget that C is what? Negative 3. So I'm going to have negative 3 over A, which is 2. So I'm going to have negative 3 over 2. So the sum of roots is negative 7 over 2, while the product of the root is negative 3 over 2. Now, come back to this. Let x equals to 1 over alpha squared. Do not forget our goals. Our goals is to find the equation whose roots are 1 over alpha squared and 1 over beta squared. So I'm trying to construct a quadratic equation. Let x equals to 1 over alpha squared. Also, let x equals to 1 over beta squared. Are you following? Cross multiply. I'm going to have x times alpha squared. That is what? X alpha squared equals to 1. Also, for this, I'm going to have x beta squared equals to 1. Okay, now reverse. I'm going to have x alpha squared minus 1 equals to 0. Also, x beta squared minus 1 equals to 0. Okay, let us proceed. Now let us take the product of this factor. Let us take the product. I'm going to have x alpha squared minus 1 multiplied by x beta squared minus 1. This will be equal to what? 0. Okay, now I'm going to take the product of these factors, because when you take the product of the factors of a polynomial equation, you're going to have the polynomial equation itself. Is that not it? And since our goal is to find the equation whose roots are the inverse of alpha squared and the inverse of beta squared, so taking the product of this factor will give me the quadratic equation, right? So I'm going to have alpha beta squared times, okay, x alpha squared times x beta squared. That is x squared alpha squared beta squared. Are you following? Okay, x alpha squared times -1, that is negative x alpha squared. Okay, -1 times x beta squared, that is negative x beta squared. Okay, -1 times -1, that is what? +1. This will be equals to 0. Okay, now let us simplify further. I have x squared alpha squared beta squared, now minus x alpha squared minus x beta squared plus 1 equals to 0. Okay, now do you know that, listen, alpha squared beta squared can be written as alpha beta squared. Is that not it? So I'm going to replace alpha squared beta squared as alpha beta squared. So I'm going to have x squared multiplied by alpha beta squared. Now look at this. What is common to negative alpha squared, negative x alpha squared, and negative x beta squared? Negative x is common. So I'm going to have negative x, are you getting it? Multiplied by alpha squared plus beta squared. Do you understand? So I factorize, then put +1 equals to 0. Okay, now do you know that alpha squared plus beta squared can be expressed as alpha plus beta raised to the power of 2 minus 2 alpha beta? Is that not it? Okay, so I'm going to replace the value of alpha squared plus beta squared as alpha plus beta raised to the power of 2 minus 2 alpha beta, as you can see. So the equation becomes x squared alpha beta squared minus x, open a big bracket, alpha plus beta raised to the power of 2 minus 2 alpha beta, close the big bracket, plus 1 equals to 0. Do you know why I need to express the square of alpha and the square of the sum of the square of alpha and that of beta as this? It is simply because I want to substitute the sum and the product of the roots. Okay, as you can see, we have the product here, we have the sum here, we have the product here, so it is easier to simplify this now. Don't forget that the product of alpha and beta is what? -3/2. So I'm going to have x squared multiplied by -3/2 squared, because we have square at the top of alpha and beta. So minus x, the big bracket, the sum of root, which is alpha plus beta, that is -7/2. So I'm going to have -7/2 d squared minus 2 alpha beta. Alpha beta is -3/2. So I'm going to have -3/2 plus 1. This is equals to 0. Do you understand? Okay. Here I'm going to have x squared multiplied by -3/2 squared, that is 9/4 minus, okay, let us simplify, -7/2 squared, that is 49/4 plus 6/2 plus 1 equals to 0. Don't forget, our goal is to find the equation, right? So I'm going to have 9x squared all over 4 minus x multiplied by 4 is the LCM, 49 plus 12, then plus 1 equals to 0. Is that not it? Okay, here I'm going to have 9x squared all over 4 minus x. Now 49 plus 12, that is 61, right? Yes, 61/4 plus 1 equals to 0. I need to erase. Let me erase this. Let us erase this. We are almost done, so just pay attention. Now, we have this equation. Listen, we have this equation 9x squared all over 4 minus 61x all over 4 plus 1 equals to 0. That is the equation that we are asked to find. Please, permit me to erase this so that we won't get confused. Now, we can make this equation, we can change it from fraction by multiplying all together by 4. So I'm going to have 9x² minus 61x plus 4 equals to 0. Do you understand? So that is the solution to the question. You can see that the question is simple. If you encounter this kind of question in the exam, please approach it gently, okay? It's simple. Approach it gently. When you are dealing with question in as touching root of quadratic equation for symmetric function, all you have to do is just ensure that anytime you are asked to find maybe the fraction of the root or maybe the sum of the square, or depending on the degree, express the equation as sum of the root and product of the root, then you will be able to simplify your answer. Are you getting it? So now let us proceed to the next question. The root of the equation 2x² plus 5x minus k equals to 0 are equal. Find the value of k. Okay, look at this. The root of this equation 2x² plus 5x minus k equals to 0. The roots are equal. Now, the first step is that to get the value of k, I can teach you two ways. You can use the discriminant method, but because we are dealing with this topic, I'm going to use sum and product of roots. Pay attention. Do you know sum of root equals to minus b over a? And from the general form of quadratic equation ax² plus bx plus c equals to 0, a equals to 2, right? B equals to 5, and c equals to what? Minus k. Is that not it? If you compare this equation with this equation, a is the coefficient of x². So the coefficient of x² here is what? 2. So a is 2, b is what? 5, and c, which is the constant term, is what? Is k. Okay. Now, the sum of root, which is alpha plus beta, is minus b. B is 5, so I'm going to have minus 5 all over a. A is 2, so I'm going to have minus 5 over 2. Let me put it at the front. Minus 5 over 2. Now, the product of root, alpha beta, will be equal to c over a. C is negative k, so I'm going to have negative k all over a. A is what? 2, so I'm going to have negative k over 2. Now, do not forget, from the question, we are told that the roots are equal. Are you following? If they are equal, that means alpha is equals to beta. Also, beta is equals to what? Alpha. Do you understand? So let me call this one equation 1. Let us call this one equation 2. Equation 1 is alpha plus beta equals to negative 5 over 2. And equation 2 is alpha beta equals to negative k over 2. Okay. From equation 1, listen to me. From equation 1, alpha plus beta equals to negative 5 over 2. I can replace the value of beta as alpha because from the question, we are told that the roots are the same. Do you understand? So I can say alpha plus alpha. I replace the value of beta as alpha because from the question, we are told that the roots are the same. So here, I'm going to have minus 5 all over 2. Alpha plus alpha is 2 alpha. 2 alpha equals to minus 5 over 2. Okay, make alpha the subject of the formula. Alpha is equals to minus 5 over 2 divided by 2 over 1, right? All I did here was that I just divided this by 2 and this also by 2. Do you understand? So these two will eliminate these two. So I'm left with alpha equals to negative 2 over 2 divided by 2. So I'm going to have alpha equals to negative 5 all over 2, multiplied by 1 over 2. So I'm going to have negative 5 over 4, which is the value of alpha. Now, our goal is to find the value of k, not the value of alpha. To get the value of k, don't forget that from equation 2, alpha beta equals to minus k over what? Over 2. So, since we know that alpha, listen, since we know that the roots are the same, that means alpha is the same as beta. So, I can replace the value of beta here also as alpha. So I'm going to have alpha times alpha, that is what? Alpha squared. Alpha squared equals to minus k all over 2. Now, since alpha is negative 5 over 4, I'm going to have negative 5 all over 4 squared is equals to minus k all over 2, right? Minus 5 over 4, that is what? 25 over 16, right? So I'm going to have 25 all over 16 is equals to negative k all over 2. I'm going to take the cross product, right? So I'm going to have negative k multiplied by 16 equals to 50, because 2 times 50, 2 times 25 will give me 50, all right? To get the value of k, I have to divide it by what? Negative 16, right? So I'm going to have k is equals to 50 all over negative 16. K is equals to minus 50 all over 16. It can be reduced. So I'm going to have k equals to negative 25 all over 8, which is the final answer. Do you understand? So that is the value of k. You can see how we approach the question. Now, if you don't want to use this method, you can use discriminant method. Are you getting it? B squared equals to 4ac. And to do that, here b is 5. So I'm going to have 5 squared is equals to 4 multiplied by a. A is 2. 4 times 2, 8. And c is what? Negative k. So I'm going to have multiply minus k. 5 squared is 25. 25 equals to 4 times 2 is 8. 8 multiplied by minus k. Now I'm going to have 25 equals to minus 8k. To get the value of k, what are you going to do? Divide it by what? Minus 8. This over minus 8 and this over minus 8. So k is equals to negative 25. Negative 25 all over 8. Do you understand? So if you don't want to use this method, that is, if the question did not specify that use this or this, you can just make use of this method. Discriminant. Discriminant is equals to b squared minus 4ac. And for a perfect squared, you are going to have b squared equals to 4ac for an equation to be a perfect squared. So if you substitute the value of a, b, and c into this, you're going to get the value of k as negative 25 over 8, just like we have here. Do you understand? So that is the solution to the question, okay? Let us proceed to the next question. The roots of the equation 3x squared minus 7x plus 1 equals to 0 are alpha and beta. Find the equations whose roots are alpha squared and beta squared, 1 over alpha and 1 over beta, alpha plus 1 over 3 beta, beta plus 1 over 3 alpha. We are asked to solve 3 questions under that question. We are given that the root of the equation 3x squared minus 7x plus 1 equals to 0. The roots are alpha and beta. Okay, we are asked to find the equation whose roots are number 1, alpha squared and beta squared. The second one, 1 over alpha and 1 over beta. And the third is alpha plus 1 over 3 beta. Then beta plus 1 over 3 alpha. Okay, how can we solve this question? I'm going to show you 2 ways. Are you getting it? I'm going to show you 2 ways to approach this question. Now, in solving this question, let me first bring out the general form of a quadratic equation, and that is ax squared plus bx plus c equals to 0. We've learned that the sum of roots alpha plus beta equals to minus b over a, right? And the product of root, which is alpha beta, is what? C over a. So let us first determine the sum and the product of roots of the quadratic equation that we are given. Now, don't forget that we are given that the roots of this quadratic equation are this. The sum of roots will be alpha plus beta, and that is what? Minus b over a. From the quadratic equation, a is the coefficient of x squared. Are you getting it? So a will be equals to 3, right? So I'm going to have 3. B will be equals to the coefficient of x, which is negative 7. Negative 7. And c will be equals to the constant term. That term that is not attached to x, that is what? Plus 1. Are you following? Okay. Alpha plus beta is negative b over a minus b over a. Now, b is negative 7. So I'm going to have minus 7 all over a. A is 3. So I'm going to have over 3 here. So the outcome will be 7 over 3. That is what? The sum of roots. Okay. Now, let us take the product, alpha beta. Alpha beta is c all over a, and c is 1. So I'm going to have 1, and a is what? 3. So I'm going to have 1 over 3. Are you following? So the sum of roots is 7/3 and the product is what? 1/3. Okay, having gotten the sum and the product, let's go back to the question. Our goal is to find the equation whose the roots are alpha squared and beta squared. Okay, alpha squared and beta squared. Now, let us first take the product of these roots. The product will be what? Alpha squared multiplied by beta squared. So I'm going to have alpha squared beta squared, which can be written as what? Alpha beta squared. Alpha beta squared, don't forget that alpha beta is what? 1/3. So since I know that alpha beta is 1/3, alpha beta squared will be what? 1/3 squared. Is that not it? So that will be what? 1/9. Now, we have taken the product of the root. Now, let us take the sum. The sum is, listen to me, the sum is alpha squared plus beta squared. Don't forget our goals. Our goals is to find the equation whose roots are alpha squared and beta squared. Now, in every quadratic equation, we always have two roots. Do you understand? One of the roots of the equation that we are asked to find is alpha squared, and the second root is what? Beta squared. So the first step is that you first have to take the sum of the roots and the product of the roots. That is what I'm doing. I've taken the product of the root, and the product is what? 1/9. Now I'm taking the sum. Now, don't forget that from this, alpha squared plus beta squared can be expressed as alpha plus beta squared minus 2 alpha beta. Do you understand? If you didn't understand, that means you missed our previous class. And if you want to watch the class, it is available. Just check the playlist or check the link in the description of this video, okay? Now, since I know that alpha plus beta is what? 7/3. So I'm going to replace it here. 7/3 squared minus 2 multiplied by alpha beta. Alpha beta is what? 1/3. So I'm going to have multiply 1/3. So yes, 7/3 squared, that is 49/9 minus 2 all over 3. Okay, take the LCM. The LCM here is 9. So 49 minus 9 divided by 3 is 3. 3 times 2 is 6. I'm going to have 49 minus 6. 49 minus 6 is 43. 43/9. Okay. So now we've gotten the product of the roots as 1/9 and the sum of the roots as 43/9. Our goal now is just to substitute it. Now, the equation is x squared minus x multiplied by the sum of the roots. The sum of the roots is what? 43/9. So I'm going to have 43/9 here plus, according to this, the product of the roots. The product of the root is what? 1/9 plus 1/9 equals to 0. Okay? Do you understand why I got this? In roots of a quadratic equation, when you are given the roots, you can obtain the equation, number one, by reversing the factorization method. By using the factorization method, just reverse the case, you're going to have the equation back. And now there is another method called root of an equation. Quadratic equation, x squared minus the second term will multiply the sum of the roots. Are you getting it? And then the constant term will be the product of the roots. You know, when I start this class, I proved to you how we obtain the sum and the product of the roots. So this shouldn't be, you should be familiar with this. So now the quadratic equation that we have to find is x squared minus 43x/9 plus 1/9 equals to 0. We are not done. Oh. Let me erase this. Okay, let's erase this. I'm still going to write it back. So if I want to rewrite the quadratic equation, I can have this x squared multiply all through by 9. That will be what? 9x squared minus 43x plus 1 equals to 0. Do you understand? Now, this is the equation that we are asked to find. This is the first method. You can still obtain this equation using another method. Now, please pay attention. Now, for the second method, the first root is what? alpha squared, and the second is what? Beta squared. Let x equals to alpha squared, and let x equals to what? Beta squared. Here I'm going to have x minus alpha squared equals to 0. X minus beta squared equals to 0, okay? Now, let us take the product of the factor of the quadratic equation. I'm going to have x minus alpha squared multiplied by x minus beta squared. Is that not it? Okay, let us take the product. X times x, that is what? X squared. X times minus beta squared, that is minus x beta squared. Minus alpha squared times x, that is minus x alpha squared. Minus alpha squared multiplied by minus beta squared, that is what? Positive alpha squared beta squared, okay? So here I'm going to have x squared. I can factorize negative x. So I'm going to have minus x multiplied by beta squared plus alpha squared, right? Plus, now, do you know that I can rewrite? In fact, let us take it step by step. So I'm going to have alpha squared beta squared here. We are still on the way. X squared minus x multiplied by, now, do you know that beta squared plus alpha squared, we can write as alpha squared plus beta squared, alpha plus beta squared minus 2 alpha beta, do you understand? Plus alpha beta squared. Are you following? Okay, so when you get to this point, don't forget that alpha plus beta is what? 7 over 3, right? 7 over 3, and alpha beta, which is the sum of the product of the roots, that is 1 over 3. So I'm going to substitute the value of alpha plus beta as 7 over 3 into this, and the product of alpha and beta into this. So I'm going to have x squared minus x multiplied by alpha plus beta is 7 over 3. So I'm going to have 7 over 3 squared minus 2 multiplied by alpha beta. Alpha beta is 1 over 3. So I'm going to have minus 2 multiplied by 1 over 3, close the bracket, plus 1 over 3 squared. Do you understand? Okay. Here I'm going to have x squared minus x multiplied by 7 over 3 squared, that is 49 over 3, 49 over 9. 49 over 9 minus 2 over 3 plus 1 over 9. Okay. X squared minus x multiplied by, now take the LCM. The LCM is 9. I'm going to have 49 minus 6, right? Yes. Plus 1 over 9. Don't forget, you have to set it equals to 0. Sorry. This will be equals to 0. This will be equals to 0. This will be equals to 0. This also will be equals to 0. Because this also will be equals to 0. Okay? So, when you get to this point, I'm going to have x squared minus x multiplied by 43 over 9 plus 1 over 9 equals to 0. Now, you can rewrite this equation as x squared, okay, multiply all three by 9. So I'm going to have 9x squared minus 43x plus 1 equals to 0. You can see that we have the same answer, just like what we have when we use the first method. So you can see that here, I just reversed. This is just like a factorization method. I just reversed it. You understand? I set x equals to each of the roots that we are given, and then I reverse the case. Then I obtain an equation. Then, having obtained the equation here, I factorize. I write the equation in the form of sum and product of the roots. So, having done that, I just substitute what I have here. Sum as 7 over 3 and the product as 1 over 3. So, we arrive at the same equation. So, you can choose any of the method that you like in the exam. I'm very sure if you encounter this kind of question in exam, you'll be able to solve it. Okay? So, let us proceed to the next question. We have the first root as 1 over alpha and the second root as 1 over beta. Okay, you can make use of the first or the second method that anyone you choose. So I'm going to make use of the second method. Let x equals to 1 over alpha. X also will be 1 over beta. Are you following? Cross multiply. I'm going to have x multiplied by alpha equals to 1 and x multiplied by beta equals to 1. X alpha minus 1 equals to 0. X beta minus 1 equals to 0. Are you following? Okay. Now, this is one factor and this is another factor. So I'm going to take the product of these two factors. So it becomes x alpha minus 1 multiplied by x beta minus 1. This will be equals to 0. Are you getting it? Okay. X alpha times x beta, that is x squared alpha beta, right? Yes. Okay. X squared alpha beta. Now, x alpha times negative 1, that is negative x alpha. Negative 1 times x beta, that is negative x beta. Negative 1 times negative 1, that is what? Positive 1. This will be equals to 0. So I'm going to have x squared alpha beta. You can factorize negative x. I'm going to have negative x multiplied by alpha plus beta plus 1 equals to 0. Are you following? Okay. Now, don't forget that the product of the root is alpha beta, and alpha beta is what? 1 over 3. So I'm going to have x squared multiplied by 1 over 3. What did I do? I just replaced the value of alpha beta as 1 over 3. Are you following? Minus x multiplied by alpha plus beta. Alpha plus beta is what? 7 over 3. So I'm going to have 7 over 3. This will be plus 1 equals to 0. Okay. X squared times 1 over 3, that is x squared over 3 minus 7x over 3 plus 1 equals to 0. Now, to eliminate the fraction, I can multiply all through by 3. So I'm going to have x squared minus 7x plus 3 equals to 0. Do you understand? So that is the required quadratic equation that we are going to have from the roots of 1 over alpha and 1 over beta. Do you understand? Okay, what of the third question? We are asked to obtain the roots of the quadratic equation alpha plus 1 over 3 beta, the first root, and the second root is beta plus 1 over 3 alpha. How will you approach this question? You can use the first method or the second method that I taught you. Are you getting it? So, depending on the one that you know, do you understand? So, I made it simple enough to help you to understand. You don't have to cram. Hello? You don't have to cram. Just understand the principle. Are you getting it? Let me write out the roots. The first root is alpha plus 1 over 3 beta, and the second is beta plus 1 over 3 alpha. Okay. To solve this question, I'm going to approach it the second way. Take the LCM. The LCM here is what? 3 beta. So I'm going to have 3 alpha beta here plus 1. And then here will be what? 3 alpha, which is the LCM. 3 alpha divided by 1, that is 3 alpha. Times beta, that is 3 alpha beta. And this is plus 1. Okay, let x equals to 3 alpha beta plus 1 all over 3 beta. X also equals to 3 alpha beta plus 1 all over 3 alpha. Okay, take the cross product. I'm going to have x times 3 beta, that is 3x beta equals to 3 alpha beta plus 1. This also will be 3x alpha equals to 3 alpha beta plus 1. Do you know what I did? I just take the cross product. You understand? This multiplied by this will give me this. Also, 3 alpha multiplied by this will give me this. I've not done anything. Okay. Now, here I'm going to have 3x beta. Now, take all this. Take it to the left hand side. It's going to become minus 3 alpha beta plus 1. This will be equals to 0. Also, here I'm going to have 3x alpha. Take all this also, take it to the left hand side. It's going to become negative 3 alpha beta plus 1. Okay, this will be equals to 0. Okay, multiply this factor and this factor, multiply it together. I'm going to have 3x beta minus 3 alpha beta plus 1 multiplied by 3x alpha minus 3 alpha beta plus 1. Okay, please pay attention. It's simple, okay? I will use the first method as well. Do you understand? I want to teach you both methods. So you're going to choose the one that you're going to use in your exam, okay? So now, let us take the product. 3x beta times 3x alpha. I'm going to have 9x squared alpha beta. Is that not it? Yes. 3x beta multiplied by negative 3x negative 3 alpha beta plus 1. I'm going to have negative 3x beta multiplied by 3 alpha beta plus 1. Are you getting it? You know that this 3x beta will multiply the negative 1 at the front. So it is going to become negative 3. Oh, sorry, it should be x. Okay? 3x beta multiplied by negative 3 alpha beta plus 1 is going to turn to negative 3x beta multiplied by 3 alpha beta plus 1. Are you getting it? Okay, for the second aspect, I'm going to use this one also to multiply everything here. So I'm going to have negative 3 alpha beta plus 1 multiplied by 3x alpha is going to become negative 3x alpha multiplied by 3 alpha beta 3 alpha beta plus 1. Are you following? Okay. Now this negative 3 alpha beta plus 1 multiplied by negative 3 alpha beta plus 1. Negative times negative is what? Positive. So I'm going to have plus 3 alpha beta plus 1 squared. It's just as if you are multiplying 2 by 2. 2 times 2 is 2 squared, right? 5 times 5 is 5 squared. Is that not it? 9 times 9 is 9 squared. So that means negative 3 alpha beta plus 1 times negative 3 alpha beta plus 1. The negative sign, we multiply the negative sign, is going to become positive. 3 alpha beta plus 1 times 3 alpha beta plus 1. That will be 3 alpha beta plus 1 squared. Are you getting it? Okay, let us proceed. Now, let us open the bracket. You can see that this method is kind of long, maybe, but it's better. I don't just want to jump. Are you getting it? I don't want to skip any step. So I want it to be more elucidative as much as possible, okay? So here, I'm going to have 9x squared alpha beta, open the bracket here. I'm going to have negative 3. Now listen, negative 3x beta times 3 alpha beta. I'm going to have 3 times 3 will be what? Negative 9. X will be there. Alpha will be there. And I'm going to have beta squared. Okay. Negative 3 alpha, negative 3x beta multiplied by plus 1. That is negative 3x beta. Are you following? I just use this to open what I have in the bracket here. I use all this to multiply what I have in the bracket. So I have this. Now for the second aspect, I'm going to have negative 9x alpha squared beta. And here I'm going to have negative 3x alpha. Yes. Plus, this will be equal to 0. Don't forget, equal to 0. 3 alpha beta plus 1 squared. This will be equal to 0. Okay? We are still not done. Now, I'm going to have 9x squared alpha beta. Now, combine this term and this term because both of them are having negative 9 as the coefficient. So I'm going to have negative 9x alpha beta squared, negative 9x alpha squared beta. Now, combine this term also and this term because both of them are having negative 3 as the coefficient. So I'm going to have negative 3x beta, negative 3x alpha, okay, plus 3 alpha beta plus 1 squared equals to 0. Are you following? Okay. I'm going to have here 9x squared alpha beta. Now, I can factorize negative 9x alpha beta. Are you following? So I'm going to have negative 9x alpha beta multiplied by beta plus alpha. Do you understand? I just factor what is common to this term and this term. What is common is negative 9x alpha beta. Do you understand? See, let me tell you, if you're going to make use of this method, you have to know how to factorize. Do you understand? You have to know how to factorize. So for this, I've already factorized this. Now for the next step, what is common to negative 3x beta and negative 3x alpha? Negative 3x is common, so I'm going to factorize it. Negative 3x multiplied by beta plus alpha plus 3 alpha beta plus 3 alpha beta plus 1 squared equals to 0. Okay. Now, you can see that we have arrived at the junction. Here we have all our expression as sum and the product. we have at the left hand side here, we have all the expression of alpha and beta as the sum and the product. As you can see, this is this is product, this is product, this is sum, this is sum, this is product. So we can now go back to this and substitute the sum and the product of the roots. The sum is 7/3 and the product is 1/3. So here I'm going to have 9x² multiplied by product. Alpha times beta is 1/3. 1/3 minus 9x multiplied by 1/3. 1/3 multiplied by 7/3 minus 3x multiplied by 7/3. 7/3 plus 3 multiplied by 1/3 plus 1. In fact, let me change this bracket. Plus 1 squared equals to 0. Do you understand? All I did was that I just replaced alpha plus beta as 7/3, as you can see here, and alpha beta as 1/3, as you can see. So let us simplify. 3 here 1, 3 here 3. I'm going to have 3x². Here, 3 times 3 is 9. This 9 we multiply this, we divide this 9. So I'm going to have negative x. Negative x times 7, that is what? Negative 7x. Okay? Do you know what I did? I just multiply everything. Negative 9x times 1, that is negative 9x, times 7. The same denominator, 3 times 3, that is 9. 9 we divide 9, so I'm going to be left with what? Negative 7x. For this one also, I'm going to have 3 here, 3 here. Negative x times 7, that is negative 7x, minus 7x. Okay. And for the last one, 3 here, 3 here. I'm going to have 1 plus 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 squared is 4. So I'm going to have plus 4 equals to 0. Okay. So it becomes 3x² minus 14x plus 4 equals to 0. And that is the equation that we are asked to find. You can see that it's simple. Yes, it is. The equation is 3x² minus 14x plus 4 equals to 0. Now, if you don't want to approach the question this way, you can approach it using the first method. Are you getting it? You first have to find the sum of the roots, then you proceed to find the product of the roots. Okay? So I'm going to approach the question that way. Just pay attention. Let me erase this now. Okay. Now we have both roots. Listen to me. Having taken the LCM of both roots, we have this. Now let us take the product and the sum. Let's take the sum first. The sum will be 3 alpha beta plus 1 all over 3 beta plus 3 alpha beta plus 1 all over 3 alpha. Okay? Please pay attention. The LCM here will be what? Let's just say 9 alpha beta. Okay? 9 alpha beta divided by 3 beta. That is what? 3 alpha. I'm going to have 3 alpha multiplied by 3 alpha beta plus 1. Now this is plus 3 beta multiplied by 3 alpha beta plus 1. Okay? So here, multiply. I'm going to have 9 alpha squared beta plus 3 alpha plus 3 alpha beta squared plus 3 beta. This will be over 9 alpha beta. Are you following? Okay, now we can rearrange. Oh, sorry, this should be 9. Sorry, because 3 times 3 is 9. Do you understand? Okay, now we can rearrange the equation, right? I'm going to have 9 alpha squared beta plus 9 alpha beta squared plus 3 alpha plus 3 beta. What did I do? I just rearranged the equation based on their coefficients. You can see that the coefficient of alpha squared beta is what? 9. The coefficient of alpha beta squared is what? 9. So I bring them together. Also, this and this also, I bring them together. So this will be over 9 alpha beta. Okay, we are not done. We are still on it. Now, we can factorize here 9 alpha beta multiplied by alpha plus beta. Also, here I can factorize plus 3 multiplied by alpha plus beta. Okay, this all over 9 alpha beta. You can see that we are on it. So you are still going to factorize even if you use the second method. So you have to learn how to factorize. Now, you can see that we've expressed the sum of the roots. We've expressed it as sum. Are you getting it? We've expressed the sum of alpha and beta and the product of alpha and beta, as you can see. So now we can go back to this and substitute the value of alpha plus beta as 7 over 3 and alpha multiplied by beta as 1 over 3. So the equation becomes, now 9 alpha beta will be 9 multiplied by 1 over 3. Sorry, I'm blocking your view. 9 multiplied by 1 over 3 multiplied by alpha plus beta. Alpha plus beta is 7 over 3. So I'm going to have multiply 7 over 3 plus 3 multiplied by 7 over 3. So we are still on it. 9 alpha beta. Alpha beta is 1 over 3. So I'm going to have 9 multiplied by 1 over 3. Okay. Here, listen to me. 3 times 3 is 9. This 9 will divide this 9. So I'm going to have 7 plus 7 over 3. That is 14 over 3. So the sum of the root is 14 over 3. I hope you understand. If you understand, I'm very sure you can simplify this. This is just minor simplification. Just multiply all this together. Multiply this by this. This 3 will admit this 3. So I'm going to have 7. 7 plus 7 is 14. Now this 3 here, 1, 3, 3. I'm going to have 14 over 3. So now the sum of the roots, please take note. The sum is equals to 14 over 3, right? Now let us look for the product. So this calculation only is for the sum. We are still going to take the product because now in the first method we have to find the sum of the root. We have to take the product of the root. So we've taken the sum and we arrive at 14 over 3. So let us take the product. Permit me to erase this. Now the product will be 3 alpha beta plus 1 all over 3 beta multiplied by 3 alpha beta plus 1 all over 3 alpha. Okay, let's go. I'm going to have 3 alpha beta plus 1 multiplied by 3 alpha beta plus 1 all over 9 alpha beta. Listen to me carefully. This one is easy. Now, since you are multiplying the same thing, all you have to do is just raise it to the power of 2. I'm going to have 3 alpha beta plus 1 raised to the power of 2. This all over 9 alpha beta. Do you understand? Just like if you multiply 5 times 5. 5 times 5 is what? 25. Which can also be written as 5 raised to the power of 2. Do you understand? So the same thing here. 3 alpha beta plus 1 times 3 alpha beta plus 1. That is 3 alpha beta plus 1 raised to the power of 2. Okay, now we've expressed the product of the root as this. So we cannot go back to this. Alpha beta is 1 over 3. So I'm going to replace alpha beta as 1 over 3 to get the product of the root. So I'm going to have 3 multiplied by 1 over 3. 1 over 3 plus 1, put the square. This over 9 multiplied by 1 over 3. Okay. 3 here, 3 here. That is 1. 1 plus 1. 1 plus 1 over 3 here, 1. 3 here, 3. Do you understand? Okay, so I'm going to have 1 plus 1 is 2. This will be over 3. Now, don't forget the square. The square only affects the numerator, as you can see. In fact, let me put it here. You can see the square only affects the numerator. The numerator here will be 1 plus 1 squared. 1 plus 1 squared all over 3. Because 9 times 1 is 9. 9 divided by 3 is what? 3. So I'm going to have 2 squared all over 3. That is what? 4 over 3. So the product is what? The product is 4 over 3. Okay, so we've gotten the sum, we've gotten the product. Permit me to erase this now. Okay, now the equation now is x squared minus x multiplied by the sum of the root, that is 14 over 3, plus the product of the root, that is what? 4 over 3. That's the equation. So simplifying further, I'm going to have x squared minus 14x over 3 plus 4 over 3. Do you understand? Okay, this will be equals to 0, sorry, equals to 0 because it is equation, not expression. Now multiply all through by 3. I'm going to have 3x squared minus 14x plus 4 equals to 0. Now, do we have the same equation or not? Of course, we have. So you can use any of the method based on your own choice, okay? You can choose the first method and you can choose the second method based on your choice. So that is the solution to this beautiful question. I hope you understand. If you didn't understand, please let me know in the comment section. Also, if you understand, I want you to drop a comment. Do you understand? And also, before you go, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, share the video to your friends. Also, turn on your notifications so that when I drop another class, you are going to be notified, okay?